Hey, this is Angryrancor, and I wanted to talk about a couple mods that I made to the bot that I run now. So the bot is called boombot, and it's by Pterodactyl Designs. And I like this bot, but I noticed that I use it for queues. It has a pretty good queue algorithm if you're looking for a bot that can do a queue. Uh, and so you can do 1 to 3 songs before you DQ someone and knock them off the stage. And so I started running this bot for that reason, just as a bot that can run a queue, because sometimes you've got more than 5 people in Turntable who want to DJ. As you can see here, there's only 5 slots. So if you've got more than 6 or more people, a lot of times it makes sense to run a queue, because then people will stick around knowing that they can eventually get up on stage and DJ. Boombot by Pterodactyl Designs is a decent implementation of the queue, and it's fairly configurable. And so I downloaded that, and I'm running it through node.js. And I wanted to talk about a couple mods that I made to the script. I added these 2 commands called setTheme and showTheme. SetTheme will set a variable on the bot for the room theme, and showTheme will give back that theme. Just kind of, he says in chat. So if I go through the script a little bit, so this boombot.theme, this is setting a variable on the bot to whatever's after the text set theme, and he confirms by saying current theme is whatever that variable is, and show theme just responds with the variable. Pretty simple, really simple, actually a little bit more complicated than most of the functionalities, I guess, just because I'm setting a variable on the bot. And so another thing I wanted to do, so there's a sub-project called boombot scripts, which I submitted these to. Hopefully they'll be put into the main scripts on that project, but you can go to boombot scripts and at least see my submission on the Git if you're interested in getting the code, just downloading it, or you can just I'll link it in the notes, I guess, on the video. So another thing I did, sorry to be clicking around here a lot, I just have a habit of doing that. Events.js is in, so DSML-QBot is the root folder for the bot. It's in lib events.js. If you download the boombot off this GitHub that I linked earlier, Pterodactyl Designs boombot, and I'll link this in the notes as well. So if you get that, you've got this file events.js, which has a register event, which happens when somebody comes into the room. So it's pretty useful to know, I guess, that this is all the stuff that happens when somebody comes in. I made some additions to that. It also has a few other utility functions here. I'm not really going to go through them, but there's various things that happen in the room commonly, and there's mostly a bunch of code for what happens with each here in the bot. So I added here at the bottom of registered event, which is when somebody comes into the room, right at the bottom of the function, I do a check that sees if there's a theme set, or sorry, if the theme code is active actually. Just a null check to see if you've installed the variables by default on the robot, or have actually set it at least. Then it checks if the theme is set. And if you've set a theme, it'll send a private message to the user here. Just some JavaScript node.js code that I added there. And I also set default the variables here. And this is so that if you come into the room, the bot will message you. These are just some, so there's an event for the messaging that checks if the variables aren't null, which in my case they'll never be because I have them set by default. That's just actually kind of a check there, just to see if you've set the defaults, I guess. And then if you set the theme, and does the PM. So yeah, that's it. Just wanted to kind of go through the code and describe a little bit the mods that I did to standard boombot. But standard boombot has kind of a lot of controls by itself, a lot of commands. Interesting was like lyrics, video, give the link to current playing songs video. There's a lot of cool commands on this. I just like made kind of a small mod there I wanted to describe. Just this massive list of commands, and I really added 2 of them to probably about 50 or so. So yeah, I'll make those links in the comments about some of the things I've been talking about, and to the boombot and the boombot scripts. And enjoy. Happy botting. Peace out, people.